To go, I believe.
We've got Blair Bunke back again.
Yeah, Blair, we've seen him already.
He's running that Rebel Swarm. And then the
right.
on the left is Nathan. It's Eide. He's from Milwaukee. He's a younger player who's done really well both last year at Gen Con, at Worlds, and I think at Gen Con this year too.
Let's see here. Nathan is 5-1-1. Looks like he had a draw, and Blair is 6-1.
Yep, he made top 16 last year. He is 14 years old, so he is one of our younger players here today. We've got at least one or two that are younger, but nobody who's doing just as well as Nathan is.
Yeah.
And Blair is now 6-1.
Yes.
He's from Cedro Woolley, Washington, which I was told to make specific to mention about Blair.
So hello to all those friends out in Washington.
Yep. All you Woolley Washingtonians.
Hope you're tuning in. In 30 seconds, we'll find out in the stream if anyone's in the stream.
So remember, Blair's running that Rebel Swarm. It's 2 Bs.
And let's see here.
2 Bs, a Z, a Y, and an A.
A. Yep. All the letters. He's running alphabet soup.
And Nathan, it looks like I see a Corran horn. I see
check here. One,
very loud
I
Ryan.
apologize. I'm going to have to give you a set of FFG tablets.
an A-Wing and a T-70.
Yeah, that's right.
Looks like our first Force Awakens ship on the stream, which would be
great.
cool.
I'm excited to see that.
We'll find out which one it is here in a little bit. But Nathan is very talented. He's from Milwaukee, so I've played at events with him, and I think played against him once or so. He's very good and has been very consistent, too. He Paul finished first after the Swiss rounds last year at Gen Con.
Oh, wow.
And then he did very well at Worlds, too. Won or came very close to winning one or two of the regionals around here.
I love how we are people that we get that really nice wide range of people coming to play. I think that's always really exciting, especially for Worlds. I mean, having people from around the world. We were trying to figure out all the countries that are present here too, and I'm pretty sure it's well over a dozen at this point.
Yes, absolutely.
So yeah.
For you guys asking about the cut has not been made yet. Cuts after this is top 16. You're right, it is not the first Force Awakens ship. Poe was featured in Paul Heaver's list earlier. So,
that's right.
Neither of us were casting then, and it was early this morning, so forgive us.
I'm sorry.
And as far as specific standings, we're not going into that for individual players here, but those will probably be posted at the end of the night, or I'm sure you'll find them on the forums by the end of the night.
Yeah, or check our Twitter account too. Cynthia's been doing a lot of posts for that, so our Twitter account's a great spot to check for any postings, any updates on things like that.
As far as plans for next year, we have not said anything about what Worlds is going to be like next year. So no, we haven't.
We spent a lot of time after Worlds talking about how it went, how to improve it, planning next year. So a lot of conversations that we'll have about how we can keep improving it. I think every year that we've had, for me, has been a major improvement. I remember 3 years ago when I was just doing stuff on chat, talking about doing live streaming, and we were working with that. We've now, and that's really exciting. So it's something that we'll continue to work and look at.
Yep. A new organized play. We've got a lot of new people in market play in the different events departments. So we've got a lot of new ideas and a lot of motivation too.
Yeah, I'm really excited to keep these going.
Yep. Master was asking if we sell retail acrylic templates. All the FFG templates used today are priced generally in a regional or higher level event. Roll for initiative. I'm guessing, I don't think it's going to matter much, but we'll see. I don't know exactly what Nathan's list is.
Yeah, we're still waiting for those squad builds. I think they may be on my back. There they are. Yep.
Jafar, I think we are both excited
excited
about many things.
Let's see here.
So it's Corran Horn, R2-D2, engine upgrade, push the limit, and fire control system. So very much what we just saw. Oh, he's running Poe Dameron from the Force Awakens core set, with Veteran Instincts, Auto Thrusters, and R5P9, which is the other shield regenerating droid. So he's got 2 of those, and then a prototype, just a prototype with the Chardan refit. So that's why that initiative matter made a difference. Guys, we're just having the people on the stream use our tokens and rulers just to keep the experience on the stream consistent. So, you're not required to use them. You can use the cardboard ones, all that kind of stuff. But for the stream, we're just doing it to keep things consistent and looking nice and clean.
Yeah, Tyler pointed out that the green does show up really well in our stream too, and that's important.
Yep.
So we want to make sure you guys have a good view of what's happening.
Those are the regionals templates from last year. Got a set of those, and they're my joy.
Not your family or your dog.
No, the tokens and the rulers are much cuter than my dog.
Good.
And just to be clear, guys, we don't sell those, but if you go up to a real event before, you will get a set of your very own. R59, Sagi Yoteo is asking what that does. So P9, we're a little bit different than R2D2. R2D2, just do a green, get a shield. R5P9 is during the end phase. You may spend a focus token to regain 1 shield.
Oh.
It synergizes great with Poe Dameron. Poe's ability is if you have a focus token, when attacking or defending, you can turn 1 focus result to a hit or to an evade. So he doesn't have to spend it to trigger that ability, which means he can save it, spend it at the end.
But he could spend it for 2 triggers.
He could spend it to flip 2 or 3 dice to thing, but you just hope to not roll that many focuses when you're flying Poe.
Sure. We will put, not that you may hear this, but we will put someone on trying to figure out why some of your audio is syncing. What I found is just refreshing Twitch will also sometimes help that out. So.
Yep. As Sharpster pointed out, R5P9 is a point cheaper than R2D2, and more importantly, R2D2 is unique, so he can't run it twice in this list. Also, R5P9 is indeed from the Rebel Transport expansion, so it's one of the upgrades for the X-Wing that came with those additional X-Wing pilots in that one.
Setting up there, we've got.
Looks like Blair's going for the same setup as last time.
Very similar.
I wonder if he's going to execute that that plan just as well as we saw him do it before.
Yep.
He put the Y-wing is behind the Tala, which again seems weird to me, but I can't argue with his results.
It worked last time.
Guys, if you haven't seen the Rebel Transport or the Tantive or the Raider, those models are incredibly gorgeous.
They're really cool.
Not only do they look awesome like on your bookshelf or on your desk, but they're actually awesome and fun to play in the games too. They also come with a much more expansive scenario setup than the regular expansions do. Actually, a campaign system that you can play through. You can do the Escape from Hoth with your transport, so that's really fun.
The players setting up here for their first round of maneuvers.
Poe is the top ship there. It's the T-70 X-Wing, Poe Dameron. He's one of the main characters in the new Star Wars movies. We've got the prototype A-Wing going first, and then Corran Horn at the bottom.
Poe on top there looking to just stare down those other 5 ships. Do you think he's going to turn them sideways and run them around the side? What would you do with Poe there?
I think he's either going to kind of slow roll it up, or he is going to try and link up with Corran. I think it's just to take him on by himself.
Sure. Oh, definitely.
And the T-70 X-Wing from the new, it is the new updated version of the X-Wing. What it brings to the table for a couple extra points, you get an additional shield. You get boost as a native action. And you get the new tech slot. We've only got, I think, 2 upgrades for the tech slot right now, but that's another upgrade slot that in the future we can use to just get more variety, more specializations for ships. So we've got the master dubbing Blair's list here, the Rebel grab bag, which it does a pretty good job, but we could maybe sub out one of those B-Wings for an HWK or for an X-Wing maybe to really get the full effect.
Pretty familiar from last time.
A little bit different because last time that Y-Wing banged in front of the Tala.
That's right.
So I think I'm guessing that somebody like Blair has several sort of openings that he can develop from that point, depending on what the opponent's going to do. Because he has to set up before basically all those ships came out from Nathan here.
Yep.
And Comrade brings up a good point. He points out to the diversity in both these lists, and that can be nice because there's a lot of great lists out there, but a lot of them will have that kind of counter that if you run into, it's going to end your day.
Yeah.
The lists that are very homogenous, like a triple interceptor or something, he runs into a decimator with gunner invader, it's game over.
Yep.
So these guys kind of avoid that by having that variety. They can kind of take on all comers, which is why we're seeing them up here at 6-1 and 5-1-1.
Yeah, it's the kind of things that I would run if I was in a tournament. I'd rather have the versatility available to me rather than the kind of one-trick pony.
Yep, you got to have the toolbox to be able to deal with whatever you're thrown at.
I've never been much of a combo player myself. I enjoy the reliability of having lots of tools at my disposal.
Yep. And I mean, Nathan here has two just very, very solid aces. If he can capitalize on those and take out a couple of those ships, they'll be able to clean up. Either one of them is a great closer. Blair has to take them down while he's got multiple ships. Yeah, and 6-1-1 will be scored above 6-2s. Assuming that Nathan doesn't have any modified wins, I don't have the score sheets in front of me, so I couldn't tell you for sure. But yeah, somebody commented on Nathan's Corran horn dial, which is a little bit worn if you look around the edges. One, great use case for those maneuver dial upgrade kits.
That's right.
And two, it is a testament to how much Nathan has flown that ship.
Yeah.
He flew him at Nationals last year, Worlds last year, and I think at several regionals this year too. Plus, who knows how much practice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So John Fairley was asking what kind of products some of these pilot and things come in.
Yeah.
So Poe's the easy one.
Yep.
He's in the new core set. So the new Force Awakens core set's the blue core set. That's got Poe, it's got the X-Wing, and it's got the new First Order TIE Fighters.
It's got everything in there you need to play the game. So if you want to jump into X-Wing, it's a great opening kind of thing to jump into. Celebrates the movie coming out. You've got everything you need to play the game. Range rulers, dice, cards, all that.
Yep. Corran is in the E-Wing expansion. He's also using some components from the core set and from the A-Wing expansion, as well as a Millennium Falcon right now, so with engine upgrade and push the limit. But the actual pilot, E-Wing, and then the prototype is from the A-Wing expansion or the Rebel Aces. Blair's are basically just from each of their respective expansions. He's got a Y-Wing and A-Wing, 2 Bs, and a Z95. So very easy to come up with his list. It's not as reliant on the upgrades, so it's a little bit easier to just self-contain. Somebody's asked, if Paul Heaver wins a three-peat, will he retire? I don't know. You would have to ask Paul that, but I don't see why he would give up if he's won 3. Why not go for 4? Honestly, if you guys are getting into the game right now, if you're wondering what to buy, you really can't go wrong with getting one of each of the core sets. So the Force Awakens core and the base one.
Yep, they're great deals.
Yeah, it gets you a lot of iconic pilots, gets you a lot of the supplies you need to play the game. Then round it out with the Rebel Aces or an Imperial Aces, and you've got a good selection of ships for both sides. You've got some great pilots, and then you have a good sort of core to build on. And you're not breaking the bank to get those.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if they're going to try and close the net on any one of these pilots, if they're actually going to split up. It doesn't seem like the best idea to me, but we'll see.
Yeah, normally you want to stack your ships together so you got all that firepower and gun someone down. Nathan's got his 3 ships in very different spots. All of them protected by asteroids right now, but
I'm very hesitant to judge Blair for this, though, because last time I didn't see his trap unfolding really either. As Retro Carnival also mentions, if you're new and you're getting into X-Wing, you can also buy all the things, at least 4 of each. That's something that'll definitely work, and we won't say no.
You could do that.
But you can start a little bit slower if you want, and you're really
Yeah.
going to get a great experience.
Yep. Find those people you want to play with, and work at your own pace. One of the things that we do in a lot of our games is there's no randomization. You know what you're going to get when you buy it.
Yes.
So if you've got a group of people that are going to play, you can decide amongst each other what you're going to get, what pool you're going to pull from, and then add stuff as you want to, as you get interested, as you want to try to add something to a build you've got.
Then get your friends into X-Wing and have them buy 4 of each things too.
Or that.
We have to eat. So we're back to planning. We're going to see. I don't really know. I'm thinking maybe a 3-bank out of Poe and then a boost and try and get guns on those B-wings. Prototype. I think it's pretty clear he's going to go for the B-wings here with Nathan.
I like to call them wings.
To the guy on the chat who has 12 Z95s, that's probably enough.
You're good. You're good.
I hesitate to say that usual, but yeah. What would you do in this situation? Say you're Blair.
Blair,
Hard 2 off the board?
hard 2 off the board.
Yeah, just
That sounds.
live to fight another day.
Maybe a hard 3 off the board.
Just mix it up a little bit.
Blair splitting his squad up into half. We've seen it already. It worked really well the last time he did it. I don't know what Nathan's doing. He looks like he's just playing some kind of cat and mouse game right now.
I think Blair's more spread out than he was last time, though. That's what I'm not sure what's going to happen here.
But there was that one key target in the middle for Blair.
Yeah.
And here he might be trying to. I don't know what's going on. I'm intrigued to see why all these ships are all over the board.
Somebody mentions Corran 5-forward boost. I think that's a pretty solid plan, and might actually be able to dodge those B-wings if they turn in at all.
He's in the bottom right, correct?
Yeah, Corran's at the bottom right there. If he just floors it, he might be able to get out of Smarks. He also has the option to boost and barrel roll because he does have push the limit. So I think we'll see aggressive moves out of Corran because you paid so many points for him. That's a 48-point Corran. You got to get some damage out of him.
Yeah.
With some good discussion on what people are recommending for a new player. So that's good to see. I think we're going to have a lot of new players with the advent of more Star Wars content.
Oh, always, yeah. There's very little you can go wrong. Find what you're comfortable with. Try it out. There's a lot of play out of just the core set too.
Yep.
Just one core set. There's a lot of stuff you can play out of that. I think the tendency to buy everything and get it all now, I would actually kind of encourage against that. Buy what you're going to play with now. Buy the things that you think are fun now, and then grow your collection over time.
Zero 3803 is asking if we think it's worth it to get 2 K-Wing expansions or twin laser turrets. One thing to keep in mind, each K-Wing has 2 twin laser turrets, so unless you're going to spam them and run 4, that's probably not necessary to always have 2. I think it's worth it to get 2 K-Wings to run 2 K-Wings, though.
That's
true.
I mean,
we just saw somebody run 3 and clean house.
Yep.
So
that was fun.
We got Jafar asking a question about flight crew. At this point, I couldn't tell you exactly when we're going to need support or where. I just encourage you guys, if you're interested in being part of the flight crew, which is our game demo team and support team, go to the FFG website, look it up on there, and then apply. I will get your information, and then if we have an opportunity that you can help with, I will bring you in on it. Come and join my gigantic squadron.
So here we see Blair. They're angling all ships back in, looking to make a.
I think that A-Wing's going to have a bad day in a round or 2.
Think so?
Dry Penguin Corran is in the E-Wing expansion pack. So it's Corran Horn. You get the other unique pilot Etana Bot. You get Black Moon Squadron and the other E-Wing. Can't think of what it is.
Oh, come on, even I know this. I clearly don't.
Two generic E-Wings. You get advanced sensors and a couple of other upgrade cards.
Focus push to target lock.
Oh, and Mr. Wookie brings up an interesting thing, or a good point. We also have, at your friendly local game store, you can go to a tournament there, and a lot of times they will have one of our tournament kits.
Oh, yeah.
Those will have alternate art pilot cards for certain higher places. They also usually have a alternate art upgrade card. So very recently we had Push the Limit as a participation card just for showing up. We also had Recon Specialist was the most recent one. So we're doing these to kind of get some more of those upgrade cards out there, make some of the harder to get ones a little bit more available, also get some more thematic differences. So instead of a A-Wing on the Push the Limit art, we had a TIE Interceptor. So some cool stuff like that available at your friendly local game store.
So that looks like we had Corran attack one of the B-Wings with 3 hits. One of those B-Wings is down to 2 shields now. Now attacking back, I think. Ooh, 3 hits and a crit. Versus 2 evades. Attacking, looks like Poe, I believe, there. So we get some early shots out on both sides.
I think Blair's, I'm not sure why he split the Bs, to be honest. I probably would have put them both where the further right one is, but again, remember, guys, we saw Blair pull out some pretty awesome trap setups last time.
Yeah.
So let's not judge him too harshly yet. Auto Thrusters is only in the Star Viper right now. Roscoe Britt was asking if that's in anything else, so only in the Star Viper.
Looks like 1 hit there with 2
You get 2
evades.
copies, though.
Yep.
Oh, he's firing. That was the A-Wing firing on Poe.
Yep.
Range 3 with his ability is going to be, and Auto Thrusters is going to be really hard to hit. And this would be Corran's double tap.
That's brutal. That's 4 hits there.
Yep. Not quite dead, but he's got 1 hull left.
1 hull? Okay.
1 hull.
So they've got 3 hulls total? Yep.
Yep.
Oh. So
Yeah, Nathan is the 14-year-old, guys.
Yep. Yeah, so Corran can't attack next turn.
Correct.
But he does have a chance to reposition, hopefully get around those Bs.
Yeah,
So
I think
happens, though.
it's going to be really very hard for them to get a shot on him. I think they're just going to go and try and maybe take out Poe with everybody else.
Yeah.
Going after Corran at this point will be counterproductive. He's just too slippery.
Sure.
Boost and barrel roll. Any damage you put on him is likely to just be because you don't have the ships in position to capitalize on it.
Right.
I'm not sure what the heck is... Oh, dials. Yeah, they're mentioning remembering that Corran can't shoot on the subsequent round. You can use that can't shoot token from the K-Wing.
Oh,
that's
right.
a great thing to do.
That's a great idea.
I like to flip his target lock face down if I'm using an acrylic lock, so it's obvious that it's just the solid side instead of the edge side. Flip him when it's time for him to shoot again.
Sure.
A couple different ways to do it, but it's definitely important to remember because that can change games.
That makes him much better if he can attack twice every round.
Yes. I would pay, hell, even 50 points for that. Why stop at 48?
Yeah, 2 more. That should be a 2-point upgrade, definitely. Attack twice. That doesn't seem wrong at all.
Yeah, somebody pointed out, I think the A-Wing is going to go take out that B-Wing. There's really no reason to not just get in there. B-Wing's not going to get out of the A-Wing's arc. Get in there and focus, and you only got to get 1 through. So.
Oh, that's true, yeah. There he goes.
Yep. Nice call, whoever predicted the 5 straight there. Jafar is asking what ships we think would represent the most positive experience for new players, being either using them or flying against them. I would say if you want to teach people the game and kind of get them down on the mechanics, give them A-Wings, X-Wings, TIE Fighters, TIE Interceptors. Just stick to generics at first.
Yeah.
They've got pretty good dials. They've got some options for actions. You're going to learn. They're not going to be too forgiving that you can get sloppy, but they're also. Oh, there's an interesting move.
2 distance K-turn?
Yeah, and set up a trap for Corran here. But they're also going to learn maneuvering. They're going to learn the importance of getting your arc on people, things like that. It'll kind of force them to get not let them form any bad habits, and just have a lot of fun too. So that's like you said, the core set's X-Wing and 2 TIE fighters, be it the First Order TIEs or the T-70,
Yeah.
or the original X-Wing and the original TIE fighters. So either one's a great option for that kind of thing.
Yep. I think those are really good. You get the basic actions in there: focus, evade, target lock. Understand how those work. I would ignore upgrades for the first couple games. I don't know what that was. I believe that was out on the floor. I apologize for that disturbance.
So
in the force.
I think he's hoping to block Corran. I don't think Corran did a 1 straight here. So I think Corran gets through, focus evade, takes the shot from the B-Wing, and doesn't care. B-Wing's also a great ship to start off with. B-Wing or a TIE Advanced.
Oh yeah.
I flew B-Wings and X-Wings almost exclusively in 14? Had a lot of success with them, sometimes splashing in a Y-Wing. Really awesome. Looks like Paul Heaver is undefeated, and so is Aaron, and they are currently facing off on the top table. Or one of the top tables. The other thing, people are talking about scum for new players. Because the Rebels and Imperials are in the core set, I think that Rebels and Imperials are the best factions to start with because you're going to buy a core set anyways. Capitalize on those ships you already have, learn with those, and then expand into Scum later on once you build your collection a little bit. Get something new. Scum is awesome. It's got, oh, never mind, Corran did do a 1 straight.
Nice.
I mean, he's going to try and catch Corran here. I just don't think he's going to. I'm not sure what Poe's doing.
I don't know what Poe's doing either.
Going to check for target lock on your Y-Wing.
He's checking for a target lock on the Y-Wing is what he's doing for now. We'll see.
Looks too far.
So I think that he's worried about the stress droid just like Sutra was.
Yep,
So he wants to get rid of that Y-Wing.
Gonna target lock the Z95.
So I think he's still kind of playing the long game here, getting ready for subsequent turns more. But man, Corran's could have a bad day here.
Is it obstructed? You have a laser? I do not. The Tala?
Checking for an obstructed shot here between, I believe, the A-Wing and...
No, it's the
Oh,
it's the Tala versus Corran because
Right.
the Tala has to
Obstructed
shoot
to
first,
me.
being pods go 4.
Oh, that's
Because
right. That's right.
The way that overhang is. That's better. Thank you.
Yeah, guys, I'm with you. I would not have done a 1 straight with Corran there. There was no reason to risk the block. Do a 3 straight or a 2 bank, and you get away. You get your focus evade.
Yeah, that's obstructed. Thank you. Call it Corran.
So I think Blair loses a B-Wing, and if Nathan's lucky, Corran just loses a shield or 2.
Ooh, it's a lot of eyes. Spend the target lock? I don't know if he has a target lock.
No,
Nope.
that's
Moving on.
Corran's target lock.
Oh, that's right.
Or that's Poe's. Corran's target lock on the B-Wing right in front of him.
Yep. Is that B-Wing's final shot, most likely? I believe that's the one that's injured.
Yeah, that's 1 hull left.
Did he spend it? He's going to take
Yeah,
it.
he takes the shield. He needs to kill the B-Wing, so he's
Yeah.
got to save that for offense.
Yep.
Did you focus?
I took the 1.
Was it blank focus?
Innovate.
Yep, he was right.
Yeah, keep in mind, guys, this is the 8th game these guys have all played, so everybody's tired.
Yeah, yeah. And the longer you go in the tournament, the better players get matched up with
and
if
that
you're
was
doing well. Yeah, that's huge.
Wait, I don't know who shot. Oh, I think it was.
Had to be the A-Wing. It's the only person he has to shoot with.
It might have been the A-Wing. Oh, that's a bummer. That B-Wing
That's
gets
tough.
away.
Yeah. Yeah, Corran can attack. Poe's out of place. That's got to be the A-Wing. It's the only person he has to attack with. So just 1 damage on the A-Wing that round, looks like.
I'm wondering if Poe can turn in here or if that rock's in the way.
What turns does Poe have?
2 turn
Okay.
and 3. But 3 definitely puts him on the rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, so keep in mind, we started at 10. It is 11:20, so we are going on 13 and a half hours of X-Wing for these guys. It's an endurance game as much as anything else at this point.
Yeah, it is. There was an hour 15 break in the middle, but other than that, it's been a long day of X-Wing.
Yeah. And what I think is cool is you go out there into the main room and you look at the people playing. There's 200 people out there still having the time of their lives.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
I mean, if you love X-Wing, this is the place to be right now.
And honestly, I think we're having a pretty good time too, being able to do this and entertain you guys.
I love watching these games. I mean, I love watching players play games that they're amazing at. They've spent time practicing, and that they just love playing.
So we've got Calvinesius thinks the 2 turn will make it. I think he's got to try and turn in, but it does look awfully close. There's a 1/8 chance that the B-Wing dies to the debris field.
Oh, that's right.
So a little update. Paul and Aaron have each lost a ship, which means that's a K down for Aaron versus it could be like a Z95, I think, for Paul. So that might actually be a pretty big difference. Yeah, what do you guys think Corran's going to do? He's got to get out of that trap, or this game's going to be over real quick.
That B-Wing will move before him, but there's also a B-Wing facing him. Do you, as Blair, try and block Corran again? Is there any reason for that?
Oh, there's no reason not to. I mean, the straight wing, yeah, I could see it doing it 2 straight. I think in this case, he maybe 2 banks right and then hooks around to try and boost around the rock. Yeah, I think Cabe is in the same thing. Corran's going to bank right. I don't remember if Corran's down shields or not, if he needs to clear if he needs to regen. I don't think
he's been hit yet.
If that's Corran, he has. I don't know. Yeah, that's Corran. So, yeah, he's down 1 shield, looks like. I appreciate you guys suggesting that we have quarterly major events like this, but you also have to keep in mind Worlds is a huge amount of work. Both Mark and I, have jobs across the street in the office that we're not doing right now because we're doing this. So it's very, very hard to put on an event like Worlds we have 1,000 people from all over the world coming in this weekend.
Yep.
Not something that we can do all the time.
I bet we've got easily 40 or 50 of our staff over here at some point during the weekend,
and
a lot of those people over here for a majority of the weekend.
Yeah,
so
a lot of them are the developers of a lot of these games that you guys love too. So they're not developing the next wave or the next cycle when they're here judging or doing commentary.
Yep.
But these are awesome events, and I would love to do more of them.
Yeah, they're a ton of fun.
Is that possible? For you guys saying if we pay for your flight, you work for free, you know what? If you join the flight team, we might pay you to work.
There you go.
So I think that B-Wing rolled damage for the debris field, did not take the crit, so he's still alive. All right, what do we think? What do we think Corran and Poe are going to do here? Turn in for Poe and a run for Corran.
Yeah, Poe's got to turn in.
I sure hope he does. Poe's a pilot skill. He's going to move last, which is totally wasted in this matchup.
A lot of bumping over there, just staying in formation. That's good.
Hey, Praetor, the flight team will be in Canada as well, so you can go ahead and apply if you go to our website and read up on it. There we go, 2 bank. Nailed it. So he gets the shield back. He's at full strength.
Yeah, but he's got 4 ships, I think, aiming him down right now, and no obstructions.
Yeah.
Oh, that B-wing too? Is there 5 or is that B-wing? No, that
B-wing's facing away.
That's right, it's facing away. B-wing and A-wing are good at this point.
I don't have the link handy, but maybe the chat moderator can paste it in. But if you just go to our website, it's under Other at the top. Hey, look at that. Mr. Wookie, thank you. Honestly, yeah, I've been here for 13 hours, but I'm still having a blast.
Yeah, I mean, events like this don't come that often, so I'm all about doing long days like this because they're just exciting. There's an energy in the air. You build off of that. You got people here who are excited, and there are people here I get to see once a year, and people that I know and I'll see again, and I'll be really excited to see. So, the 13-hour day can be draining, but I mean, you go to a convention or you go to any other big event like this. What else are you going to do? This is what you want to do. This is what you're here for. You want to play a game. So it's very draining, but it's the reason you're here, and it's super exciting.
So, clear the rock and boost in.
Full range 3.
I expect to see lots of dice rolling here. This will be exciting.
Yeah, I think importantly, Corran cleared the arc on that B or that Tala and the Y-wing. I think he only took from the A-wing.
So we got 2 hits there and some number of misses. I do not know who he was shooting at.
Poe, I think, was shooting at whoever he had target locked. That bandit, probably? Or the Tala? We still have a while left in the round, guys. I don't know exactly, but don't hold your breath.
Measures, Alex. Call it a range to A-wing.
That's Alex Davey, ladies and gentlemen, one of the lead developers of X-Wing currently. He is judging for us, and we're seeing his lovely hair.
Let's mark this ship. Deva 1. Thank you.
Yeah, what would you guys think if that K-Wing list won Worlds?
That'd be great.
Wave 7.
That'd be super
I
exciting.
mean, that list is essentially the K-Wing expansion and then tacticians from the Phantom.
Yeah.
Barely.
That's interesting.
Thank you. Out, Frodo.
Aaron is a skilled pilot and could, if anybody can do this, he's got a chance to.
Bunch of
man.
misses there. I don't know what that was.
I think that was a stun pilot. If he overlaps, takes damage.
Oh, wow.
Not a great crit to take in this situation because he's going to overlap a rock next turn.
That's a good point.
Okay. I'm out of it after so long, sorry. I go Y-wing. Primary, Frodo.
Stress.
No stress. Nothing.
Not as cool as if Death Rain won.
Guilty. Yep, Frodo.
Death Rain, for reference, being the TIE Punisher pilot that can drop a bomb in front of him.
Oh,
Pretty cool.
that's a miss.
Mail. Leave.
Yeah, I'm calling it now, guys. There's a rush on K-Wings at your store. Get them before they sell out.
Frodo. Take a miracle shot. Range 3 through the rock.
He's taking a range 3 through a rock shot on Corran
You might
here.
as well. There's nothing else to shoot at, so you might get lucky. Like there. That's 2 hits. That's solid.
Ooh.
Do I really have to roll this thing? Because it doesn't really like me that much.
That's Nathan arguing that the dice tray does not like him very much. I don't remember what Sable Griffin flew, although I did talk to him earlier today, and I'm sure it was an unusual list as usual for him.
A usual list?
Yeah, for Sable, that's pretty typical.
So is it now a usual list?
No, whoa, man. It's too late to be trying to figure that one out. D-Walk 27, thanks for doing your part, purchasing the last K-Wing in the store.
K-Wings. There probably was something for me to say there. I couldn't think of anything. There's K-Wings.
I can confirm that he did wear the usual.
So let's see. At this point, you've Blair's got 4 ships facing nothing. I mean, he could turn and go for that A-wing. He's got Poe barreling down on him. But he's got all those ships right in the middle. Could Corran get any attacks in at this point? I mean, turn
Just his initial double tap, and then he bumped the next turn, and then he's been running. So
yeah, I mean, this next turn, can he get anything in his arc?
no, but the thing with Corran, if he is fire, sometimes that's enough.
Oh, that's true.
If
yeah.
everybody traces after Corran and spends a turn shooting at him, and Poe is right behind just drilling them,
Yep.
I think it's a good trade.
Yeah, that's true. Because yeah, he can just keep getting those shields back.
Yeah, for you guys who were not here earlier, we did see a T-70 in one of the first games that we streamed with Paul Heaver.
Mm-hmm.
And there's actually a ton of X-Wings, both T-70s and T-65s out on the tables. We're just not seeing them on the stream here. Again, this is less than 100th of the games that have been played today.
Yeah.
So you guys are just seeing a small slice.
Yeah. This is the 8th game. There are 120 some games for 8 rounds, so about 1,000 games being played here today.
Yeah.
You see 8 of them.
And yeah, in the integrated astromech, which is coming in the T-70 Bliss, isn't out yet. That's going to be a nice buff, giving all these X-Wings, both T-70s and T-65s, essentially a free shield upgrade if they're already bringing a droid. So they can trash their droid to cancel a damage card dealt. So you wait till it's a critical, you stay alive a turn. Even if you have R2-D2, I'll happily give him away if it keeps you from dying that turn.
Sure, yeah. It doesn't do you any good if he's dead.
Yep.
So yeah.
So yeah, I think that's going to make a big splash for the X-Wings.
What's the cost on that?
Free.
Really?
Because you're already paying for an astromech droid. So
Oh,
your
I
minimum
see.
cost is 1 point for an R2 or something like that.
Got it.
Then we need to fix Horton Psalm. If you guys have flown Horton with a twin laser turret, you will know he is already fixed. Built-in rerolls. They're amazing. So I think he's going to see if he goes for Corran. I mean, Poe can do some serious damage back there.
I don't know.
And Nathan lost his A-Wing? Yeah, he did.
Just been told there are 35 minutes left in the round. 35
So there we go.
minutes.
Well, remember, guys, if you want to run Horton with a twin laser turret, you can also run R2-D6.
Wait, is there a dead A-Wing over there?
And lost his.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
So where did you mark him? You marked here.
Yeah, and he was actually
So did you mark him
Oh,
with the
Dobat
one?
Slays Eggs is asking
So
about ordnance
really,
at the
you just
event.
put him on the wrong side, correct?
Ordnance, we've seen bombs.
So he should be
We've
over
seen
here.
some missiles, torpedoes, not a ton,
Well,
though.
since you put him in the wrong place,
You just did a 1 forward.
like this,
Yes.
does that look good to you, Nathan? Okay.
Yep, little mishap there with marking a ship and replacing him.
Yep.
But again, it's game 8. They're playing on their 14 floor.
Exactly. So I think he survives. Oh. Rolls the crit, so he doesn't die? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, keep in mind, guys, everybody's super. I think the B-wing was moved for somebody's movement, was put back in the wrong place, and they did as best they could.
If I would have rolled that crit, all those K-turns would be blocked.
Yeah, that's really unfair.
And all those blanks I rolled over there.
Everybody K-turn. Yeah, so the judge moved the ship back to where it's supposed to be. I think that B-wing to try and block Poe here, keep him from getting the focus token,
Yeah.
shut down his ability for a turn, maybe reduce that incoming damage. All right, that is a lot of B-wing puns. I'm kind of proud of you guys.
They're boing buns.
The crit was the A-wing dying to the debris field, not the B-wing rolling.
Cole's got a range 2.
Yeah, I think some of you guys are kind of weighing in that you've played 6 rounds at a time or even 5 rounds. Now imagine going 2 or 3 more. It's brutal.
Anytime you're going to do an all-day gaming session, which I highly recommend. They're very entertaining, but they require a day of planning beforehand and a couple days recovery after usually.
This is round 8, guys, for the tournament, and it is probably round 5 in this match, something like that.
Turn 5 or 6, yeah. Someone will chime in the chat and have known it. Usually, you guys are really good at that.
I think some of you Europeans are up very late. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Let us know how tomorrow is because you're already there.
I know this because I know Veldrin is, I think, in Sweden because we've played a game of X-Wing before.
Oh, awesome.
So shout out to you Nordic people. $7 a.m. So we're going back to planning. I mean, it would be nice to see Corran shooting, but we'll see.
This is his dial.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, we've got quite the spread of people here watching, which is pretty cool. Some of you guys on to watch, hoping to catch a glimpse of your people representing your country, maybe. Right now, both of these guys from the good old US of A.
Waddox 8, you should study. That's important. Some random person from Minneapolis is telling you to study.
I'm Matt Holland and Mark Larson. We're the 2 commenters. So I wonder, no, he's not going to be able to block him. Yeah, somebody else pointed out that the other thing I missed, the new X-Wing has an additional green, the 3 straight screen. So that's another nice thing. Makes using R2-D2 a little bit easier. Makes the dial a little bit more similar to an E-Wing dial too. So we're getting some updates on Paul Heaver versus Aaron over there. If somebody's asking for hopefully a Twin Cities crew in the top 16, it's looking like Brad Miller, who we saw on the cast earlier.
Yeah.
Looked like he had a very good chance. I don't know how he's doing now, but I'm sure we will find out shortly. I think he was the only local that was looking like he was going to possibly make it.
I believe that's the 30-minute call.
That E-wing should be dead.
Yeah, true. Somebody did call me out. Brad Miller is no longer actually a local Minnesotan. He does live in Omaha, but we'll still claim it, especially if he makes top 16.
Yeah, that one's going to be really close. The K-turn? I think he does too.
At this stage, when you're this tired, sometimes it's just great to call in somebody to make that call for you, because if you bump something, then it gets really hard to tell.
Yep. Good old Alex Davey there. We got Corran there running on the side. I'm impressed at how players are able to get to that close to the edge.
Yeah.
There's no way. I would be off the mat in seconds.
I've played hundreds of games of X-Wing, and I still will consistently shy away from banking near the edge of the board just because I'm convinced I'll go off. And then I'll look after I've made my thing and realize, I could have made it.
Yep.
But it's when you're near the edge of the board, you really need to be confident in your maneuvers.
Yeah, it just goes to show you the amount of time these players have put in learning how these maneuvers work, how far they are apart, being able to visualize that on the board. It's pretty impressive.
So the thing is here, that damaged B-Wing lives another turn. It's not going to get shot. It's just crazy. Somebody, a Big Gulf 1 pointed out that the new boost roll helps when you're operating near the edge of the board, and that's very true. So
yeah.
you used to be able to boost or barrel roll off. Now you can't, so it's much less risky to make that move and just see what will happen. So that's a good point.
Oh, that's right. If you would put the thing down, you'd have to take the action. It would take you off. That's right.
Yep, and you could boost off the board, which would be a big downer. I think was that the taller shooting at Poe?
I believe so.
Okay.
B-Wing Poe.
Now the B-Wing too.
2 hits, 1 being a crit. And defense is a little bit 2 evades.
Guys are firing out of that thing.
Green 3, Corran.
Ugh. That's unfortunate.
Somebody's asking about hotspot cities for X-Wing. If I had to say hotspot areas for X-Wing, Twin Cities is a great one. Omaha is very strong. Kansas City, the Northern Virginia area.
Yeah.
Like Dallas area has some pretty good players too.
Yep.
But those are the 3 cities that I think of as having really strong and really vibrant communities that put on a lot of events too. I know there are other ones too, so not to minimize anybody's contributions, but
If you would like more, just watch the chat stream. I'm sure they will give you a bunch more now.
oh yeah,
Yep, here we go.
there we go. Nova, Kansas City, I got those. South Africa. Oh, Talon Roll. So the T-70 X-Wing has a new maneuver as well. That's the Talon Roll. It's essentially a 3-turn. It's a red. And at the end of the turn, you rotate 90 degrees.
90 degrees.
So it ends up being a full 180 because you do a 90 for the turn, 90 in rotation. But lets you kind of sidestep people pretty effectively.
That's pretty cool.
If you're using it right, it can be really strong. Something that the old X-Wing can duplicate. We have lots of X-Wing in Dubai too, and Toowoomba in Queensland. So really, I mean, look at this kind of this turnout we have here on the stream, which is awesome to see.
So once you start naming places, everyone else is like, oh, my place is great, which is awesome. That's what I love about it. Oh, hey, Malfac, thanks for coming. I had an absolute blast running that at Arkham Knights, so thank you for coming. I hope that we are able to do that again, and if so, I hope to see you there again.
And guys who are wondering where this tournament is taking place at, it's taking place at the Fantasy Flight Game Center in Roseville, Minnesota. It's right across the street from our actual offices here. Great store, restaurant, food, drinks, tons of gaming space.
Anytime but this weekend. This weekend is entirely reserved for Worlds. Come on down. There's a huge game library. You can play just about anything you can think of. You can bring your own stuff. Tables are free, space is free, the game is free. We've got food here if you want some food, drink. Come on down. It's a great environment, great people. I've had people walk up to me before I'm playing here, ask me what I'm doing, and sitting down talking to us or watching us play and curious about what we're doing. And it's a great environment. I absolutely love it. I'm super lucky that it's right across the street from where I work. But if you're ever in the area, please stop by.
Looks like that B-Wing is going to just keep that stress and really try and hope for a shot on Poe, or I think more accurately, hope to not get shot himself. Roseville is just kind of northeast of Minneapolis. It's very, very close to the metro area, though, or to the
right
downtown.
Between Minneapolis and St. Paul, just to the north. So, I mean, Minneapolis and St. Paul, it's right in the middle of all that.
Looks like that's going to be a tricky one to resolve.
It's gonna bomb.
I like how Alex said that.
Let's mark this Y-wing thing.
Wait. Just go like this. Like, pick it up. Wait,
Okay.
hold that. Pick it up.
Set it down.
Again, everybody's tired.
Yep.
Everybody's shaky.
Looks like it's gonna hit.
Everybody's second guessing themselves.
It's going to collide with Poe right there.
And all these guys, if they're advancing, they're coming back, dice are rolling, I think, at like 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, so or 10:30 maybe. It's gonna be not enough sleep.
Yeah.
To do this kind of thing again.
Yeah, Sig Figure points out that on Wednesdays, if you stop by, Alex Davies often here painting things at our painting table, and will stop by and comment on your X-Wing game because he can't help it, because he loves it so much.
Ooh, interesting. Paul and Aaron, one ship each.
Ooh.
So Poe crashed. There's just a traffic jam in the middle of the board there, but I think Corran's going to finally do some work here.
These are corners.
It's been a while. Corran's got a target lock on that B-Wing that needs to die. Now the question is, so Corran first attack kills the B-Wing. Does he double tap to get a target lock on somebody else for later, or does he wait?
Ooh.
I think in this situation, I wait.
You wait.
Well, but now he's boosting in. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to think.
Look at all. You've got just your pick of whatever you want to shoot. Like,
yeah.
shoot now when you got the shot, and then you can reposition again later.
Somebody's asking what we think of putting fire control on Corran instead of advanced. I think advanced sensors is great from a maneuverability and kind of versatility standpoint, but that double attack, you cannot beat fire control system. Bang for your buck. It's cheaper, and it gives you that target lock on your second attack. Just a great upgrade for him. I always take it. It's just kind of my go-to move for Corran Horn. I think you go overboard if you put marksmanship on him too to really modify your attacks like that. I think that's too much. But FCS lets me focus on mobility and defense with my action. Use my target lock for my offense.
I still wanted to.
Yeah, sorry, but gotta play it.
We really have not seen a lot of action out of that stress-dealing Y-Wing in this game. It's just getting arc dodged over and over and over again.
This is the hurt B-Wing, right? Yep. One life left?
Yep.
All right, there we go. No more B-Wing. Nathan
Finally.
forgetting to roll in the dice tray, but we won't hold that against him
That's
too
okay.
much. He finally got to kill the
He
B-Wing.
just needed one hit.
Tala. Shooting Poe.
So yeah, now we've got the lower pilot skill guys are going to shoot.
Ooh.
So Aaron conceded to Paul with only I think 1 or 2 hull left on that K-Wing. So
Yep.
the K-Wing list went 7-1, which is impressive.
That's
Is that good?
pretty good.
From
Should make it
The
on the cut.
Y-Wing.
oh yeah,
No
out of
problem.
our-
Yeah.
Let's see. People asking. Yeah. Tomorrow, X-Wing will be the morning and early afternoon. And then once we're done with X-Wing, we will move on to other Star Wars goodness.
Corran is not going to double tap.
I believe the concede is considered a full wipe on their side. We don't usually do a lot of concedes, but
Well, and to be clear, I don't know if he just said you ship or if I conceded the whole game. So
sure, yep.
we'll see when we see the scores. Yeah, I mean, with any of these, with Poe or Corran, if it's just that ship versus one enemy ship, unless that other ship is, Soontir or, Vader or something like that, you're going to have a very, very, very hard time. Yeah, and I think the reason that he probably conceded, so Paul had a modified win, so getting the full win is important over the over a second modified win. And my understanding is Paul is then 8-0 with 1 modified win. So that's pretty impressive. I mean, proving again, X-Wing isn't all about dice, because if you can have the same person be a world champion twice and then go 8-0 at Worlds,
Yeah.
I mean, that's saying something.
There's a lot of skill involved.
With very different metas all 3 years.
Yeah, that's very true.
And different lists.
Yep. It's not just the one list that always does well. I mean, we've seen here. We've seen 8 tables today with a wide array of lists, and even the same list here twice being played very differently because it's against a very different squad.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look at the different way that Blair has engaged the Poe and Corran list here compared to what he did with the Decimator.
Yeah. This is a dogfight.
Yeah, and guys, I wouldn't worry too much about the K-Wing list making it in. I'm sure that if he was going to make that move, he did it, expecting that he had the sufficient MOV to make the tiebreakers and make the advancement.
Yeah.
19 minutes left.
That is a good point, Comrade Bat. We don't actually know if Paul is human or if he's an android, specially made to be good at X-Wing. And we don't actually test for that or doping or anything, so who knows?
You found out our secret plan. He is our
If you
special
guys
weapon.
like, I can go hold a magnet up to him later and see if it sticks. The Tala moves after the B because the Tala is a pilot skill 4, the Bs are 2s.
A collision there. That's not Poe. That's Corran.
So Poe, I think he's going to try and gang up on or he's going to try and take out that Y-Wing. He does not want that stress droid being an issue.
Rolling in the middle of nowhere and a miss.
Hey, thanks, Blair.
Come on,
This is
hit it.
Blair's second time at the table. He's got the practice. And that's it.
15 minutes, gentlemen.
Oh,
Yeah, I think the Skull Thamos, I think the thing to take away, like, it's Poe with the ability to regen versus a Warden with 1 or 2 hull. That was a concession to be able to go home and sleep,
Yeah, I think that's right.
not to give a full win. It was going to be a full win
Yep.
if we played it out. We weren't running out of time or anything, so there's no situation really in which you can kill him.
Yep. And I don't know what happened at that game, actually. We're going to report back. And
That's true.
I don't know all the details, so. Yeah. It's been a long day.
I'll go Corran. Range 2.
There we go. Starting to stack that stress on Corran. We've seen how that ends up. Health on the Y-Wing.
That's 2 shields there.
Y-Wing is,
looks like.
I think, only has 1 hull left, maybe?
Wow.
Looks pretty bad.
There's a crit and 1 evade.
And then TLT again.
Yep. Again, that is the twin laser turret.
1 of 8. Yes, twin laser turret. With the BTLA-4 title, so he fires his primary, then he fires the twin laser turret, which occurs twice.
Wow.
He is getting to work on Corran here.
1 miss, so 1 hit. Another shield gone.
So that's all Corran's shields, I believe.
Yep. Yeah, once we get done with these attacks, we will be able to see what is left over there.
Close focus on shield.
Okay.
So here we got Corran can't K-turn. I think he just probably 1 straights and tries to wipe out that B. The question is Poe going to do something crazy like a Talon roll? Yeah, it'd be cool to see.
Yeah.
So you guys can see a lot of games have already wrapped up. A lot of people have already kind of called it a night, but we still got a dedicated crew watching here, along with Alex Davey judging.
1 guy there falling asleep on the pole. That's good. And, yep, Alex Davey right there in the front with the judge shirt on.
We also got Ian Birdsall of Organized Play there in the gray.
Yeah.
And Kyle Decker, our Game Center manager, over on the left.
Yep.
So a lot of good FFG staff. He's still here working. Yeah, I'm agreeing with some of these guys that Talon roll on Poe
Ready when you are.
would be pretty cool.
Now, Talon rolls that the with a 90 degree.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll also be a nice way to illustrate just what that does. So it looks like a hard one for the A-Wing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have no idea where these tokens go anymore.
I think one thing that's cool to point out to people, like if you've been watching these games, is look at how infrequently some of these guys hit rocks.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Or how infrequently they hit their own ships or other ships, unless somebody throws one out in front of them to block intentionally. The precision that we see with the flying, even after 8 hours or 8 rounds, is pretty impressive.
Yeah. I will hit asteroids that I picked the only maneuver that was hit an asteroid in the dial.
Like anything else, you would have been fine.
Yeah, literally anything else.
So he's going to roll over. I think he's just hoping to clear room for Corran to get out in front of that A and get a shot on him.
Yeah.
Although, for my money, the 2 straight on the Y-wing was too much, because leave it at 1 straight, then you get that range 2 on Corran. You can fire the TLT, your twin laser turret, as well as primary.
That's right. We'll see what happens there. Is that Poe? That's Poe.
No, it's still the...
They're all over the place.
Oh, that's Corran.
Oh, Corran Poe are over there.
Talon roll? Talon roll? Talon roll, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so there's the Talon roll.
That's
so
cool.
you'll see how he spins there at the end. You can step anywhere you want along that. See a little bit of variation there. Gives him a perfect shot on that one hull Y-wing. I don't think he has any dice modifications, so he better roll enough to kill it. He does.
That's enough.
There we go. That saves Corran's bacon. Gets rid of the potential for more stress. Look at that. Everybody's happy about the Talon roll.
Hey.
Oh, sorry, I'm going out of order.
Oh yeah.
I mean, man, it's...
Solid Corran.
Yep.
I think Blair's going to have a harder time pulling this out now.
Yeah, I do too. He's down 2 ships.
Corran's only got, 1 shield, but he only took 1 attack, so...
Yep.
That's really, you don't happen to have a 1 length one, do you? That together.
Huh. Well, that's one way to do a 1 length, I guess. I didn't realize that. The 2 straight maneuver and a sideways straight maneuver.
The more you know.
There you go.
For the record, I don't know that either.
Yeah. One of my favorite tricks is the side. The length of one is the length of a small base.
Yes.
And like the 2, I think, is like the large base.
Yep.
That works. So yeah.
Yep.
Now you can mark stuff with that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So while you're just starting out, you need to move a ship. Your straight maneuver is a great tool.
Yeah, I agree with some of the commenters here. If Corran survives this and gets out, I think that him and Poe can clean up.
Yep.
We've got 1 full health B-wing.
I
We've
would say
got,
that everything-
can't see under his arm.
And
The Tala has no shields. And the A-wing's unhurt, but I mean, an A-wing versus Poe and Corran is not going to go well.
Yeah. He did. He made it out.
Did you guys like that little tip from Alex? You know, on the 2 straight and the side? That was cool. I did not know that. And I
Yeah.
played a lot of...
There are 9 minutes left in the round, so we probably got 1 turn, maybe 2 left, depending on how these go. Probably 2. We can get 1 round done in less than 9 minutes, and they'll finish the second turn.
Yep.
So Blair just needs to get some kills because he is behind by 33 points. That's quite a margin there.
He's got to drop one of the 2.
Yeah.
No matter which one. Let's see. Corran's 48 points. Poe is 37. So he's got to take them out.
Either point will just be a modified win instead of a full win, but you get one of them. Nathan just needs to survive.
Yeah.
Him killing
And-
anything
and,
else. I mean, well,
Regenerating ships and the evade action and moving last.
Yeah.
That's what he is uniquely kitted out to do.
yep. Yeah, those extra kills will help his margin of victory, but if he just needs the win at this point, which going 1-1, he probably does just need the win.
I think Poe's unhurt. I think that Corran just has 1 shield, but he's going to probably regenerate this turn with the 2 bank, I'm guessing.
Yep.
So yeah, they're going to need to get a lot of attacks on anybody to get an actual kill. And guys, thanks a lot for sticking with us, watching the stream this late at night. Here in the States or in Minnesota, it is midnight now. And I know it is very early or very late where you guys are. So thanks for being with us and following along here.
Or for the one guy who was, I believe, in Australia, he's studying and it's 5 in the afternoon. So
we've got almost 900 people watching, which is pretty awesome.
For Dry Penguin, yes, we will postpone everything just for you. Done.
Somebody's asking what's on Poe. Poe Dameron is Veteran Instincts, Auto Thrusters, and R5P9, the regeneration droid from the Rebel Transport expansion. Also known as apparently Focus.
Just leave it.
We're going to go with R5P9 though. I don't know about you guys, but I will be back here tomorrow judging the final rounds for X-Wing. I will see all these guys again.
I will not, but I will be back on Saturday and Sunday for more commentating. So you can tune back in if you would like to hear my dulcet tones then.
Yeah, Dry Penguin, if you've never played, definitely go get that core set, try it out. If you get one of each, you'll have enough ships, 4 people playing the game. 2 X-Wings versus 4 TIE Fighters. You got some options in there, and you'll have a lot of fun. Time tomorrow, I think dice roll at 10:30 again. That's probably accurate.
10. First match is at 10.
10 o'clock.
Yep.
And we'll have Alex, Davey, and Chris back in here like they were this morning.
All shields down.
I believe Nathan just said all those shields are gone.
On Corran?
I believe so.
Yep, but that was the only attack he took, so.
Yep.
Problem is he has to turn away from the edge of the board here. We will make sure to congratulate these guys for sticking with it because, it's a long day.
Ooh, 3 evades there for Nathan. That was pretty clutch.
Oh, maybe Poe lost his shields.
Yeah.
Oh, it might have been Poe. That's true.
Because
Which
Corran
target locks are on who?
had an
'Cause I know
evade,
you
so
had
he...
one guy with the target lock on Poe.
It's probably this K, right?
I think.
Because your post started around here.
Don't worry, Ramen Fuel. We don't think you're a bad person for buying those.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah, and if you guys have not played X-Wing and you've always wanted to try a miniatures game like I had a couple years ago, but you're put off by the fact that you have to build and paint everything, keep in mind you open the X-Wing box, you have 3 pre-painted, ready-to-go miniatures that takes you all of about 5 minutes to punch out the cardboard components and set up. There is really not a miniatures game with an easier
Entry point
barrier to entry or entry point. Yeah, so try it out. Go to your local game store. Get it on the table and just see how you like it. The mechanics are intuitive, very easy to learn, but as you've seen with some of these guys, there's a huge amount of room to improve and learn about the game. Like I said, I played just a hair short of 500 games, and every game I play is still incredibly interesting to me.
And there's tons of great people that are playing too. So if you want to get into it, find a local game group, find a local game store. If you can't find a group, talk to a local game store and see if they're willing to host and set something up, or go online. There's tons of groups online to find people to play as well. Again, I'll do it all night, and I'll keep saying the weekend. Our fans, the people that play our games, are the best. They love playing the games. They're in it because they love it, and I think you'll have a really great time finding someone else to play.
We're down to under 3 minutes at this point, so this may be our last round. So one thing to think about when you're in these situations running down, you can, if you're the person who was ahead, you're probably going to change your tactics a little bit. At this point, Nathan doesn't need to kill anything. He just needs to survive. So if you run in that last turn, some people would say it's cowardly. Some people would say it's the right technical decision. if it's what you need to do to win the game and you're at Worlds, I think you do what you need to do to win the game.
Yeah, totally. I would. Yeah.
Corran for
I'm not gonna.
the A-Wing.
Hey, Squid Warrior, if you're looking to do a direct deposit of your paycheck to us, just talk to sales and we'll set that up for you.
Oh.
So I'm thinking that the A-Wing's hoping that Corran breaks left. If I'm Corran, I see no reason to go left. I just go right.
Comment bot's asking about learning to paint miniatures. I have just started learning or painting miniatures in the past year. There's a lot of really great videos out there, video tutorials for X-Wing and a number of other products as well. X-Wing ships is something I'm going to probably get into next because I'm running out of things to paint. But it is not as intimidating as you think it is, and it's a lot of fun. It's a great relaxing activity. I throw a book on tape and paint for a number of hours, and I highly recommend it.
Okay, collision.
I find it to be great.
So I think he's trying to set up shots on Poe. I just don't know that it's going to be enough. So yeah, Corran just runs, probably what? Focus evade. Boost evade.
Just run away behind the rock.
Apparently he's not even going to evade. I guess he's not going to get shot, so who cares?
That's going to be a collision for sure.
Ramen Fuel, that falls a little bit outside the purview of Fantasy Flight, but we wish you luck.
I'm going to work on that, though. I think it's very important. There is so interesting enough, when we test these ships, we test them out, ships on them, with just the bases, because we don't have the ships yet. And so Alex Davey there taking a ship off of its base because that's what he's more familiar with, I think.
And of course, as soon as he gets it lined up, he will put that ship back on its base.
I don't know, it's kind of
as
right
is
there.
required.
Destroy the ship. If I had count all the ships Alex has destroyed. Oh, 3 hits there. I don't know what he's attacking. That's good.
It's the Tala into Poe.
Oh. No evades. Nope. Turns into 2 evades.
That was big.
That was big. I agree, Nathan.
I don't know how much hull Poe has, but it's probably less than I think he hopes.
Yeah.
And I think that's it for shots.
0303, I believe that was just the time call, so this should be the last turn. Maybe there's one more. No, it looks like they're placing dials, so they have enough time just for one more turn.
Guys, keep in mind if you hire Alex to come and move your ships for you, he will not be able to develop much new X-Wing product. So I don't know if that's a good idea.
He'll also probably destroy them, so be aware of that.
It's a very real concern. Again, look at the wear on that E-Wing dial.
Yeah.
You can tell it's seen a lot of love.
Yep.
Striatic, if you were talking about your wife keeps losing to you, try and maybe get outside your comfort zone with lists. Try something you're a little bit less familiar with. Give her something with a little bit lower skill ceiling. Like give her a twin laser turret. Give her a Falcon, something like that she can kind of just get some confidence back with. And worry about not hitting asteroids instead of having to worry about her fire marks and stuff like that. That's a good way to get people a little bit more confident with the game and get a little more excited too.
Yourself ships with less maneuverability.
Yep.
That'll give you some more practice on using your dials and learning which to use where. Spatial reasoning on the board. If you take away things like boosts and barrel rolls and stuff like that, it forces you to really focus on what that maneuver dial is. It'll allow you to get in and out of arcs less frequently, and I think you'll turn out to be a better player for it because I'm terrible at that.
When in doubt, you could also just run 5 or 6 Rebel operatives with no turrets. If you beat her then sorry. So can't quite see what's going on behind the sweatshirt. Oh, I think, man, if I'm Poe, I just went straight and.
Yep. This is the last round.
Yeah, so this will line us up, guys. This is oh man.
This is the all or nothing.
15 hours of X-Wing? Well, 15 hours of people being here, 14 hours of X-Wing.
Yep, that's right. Open at 9 and we close at midnight. We are already 9 minutes over the close time. And I'm sure we'll have people here tonight until staff working on cleaning the space up, resetting for tomorrow until well into the morning.
So Corran just moved and he's trying to judge his action. He's going to try and take that Tala out, I guess. I mean, why not? You got 2 attacks to do it with. He's
Might as
got
well.
just 2 hull.
Yep.
Can you mark this guy?
Can you mark this guy? Yes. And then just stares.
Alex, go do this.
Everybody's exhausted.
Everyone's really tired. Yep.
Ah, interesting. I'm not sure.
That's weird.
Yeah, I understand the logic behind that.
Here's right.
Looks like he just lined himself up for a lot of.
So Poe is sitting over there with 1 damage on him. No shields. Man,
Yeah.
this is not looking great. He gets out of the B-Wings range, I think.
Let's see. Will we have a roll in the tray?
Yeah,
No.
Corran's going to shoot. I think Nate's been scared off from the tray.
He just stopped rolling on the tray.
2 and a crit. That's the Z95 dead.
Wow.
So that helps Poe a ton. That's 1 less attack on him. So
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
that was a focused attack as well. So
That's huge. Does that put it out of range to even to win at this point?
Down in between them.
range here.
I think he does.
Yeah, guys, this is the last round.
It's out.
So out of range for the B. So A rolls a hit crit.
3. Right, so, yep.
So he's going to have auto thrusters. This is not going to. Yeah, looks like Poe dodges it. All right, so Nathan wins it. Nathan 7-1 and 6.
6-1 and 1.
6-1 and 1.
Yep.
Blair is
6 and 2.
two.
Yep. But a great game from both sides there.
Yeah, yeah.
Very much under the camera.
Tons of I mean, very diverse sets. Very different strategies going into that.
Nobody went
But
undefeated.
that was I am saying no one defeated it, and that's a
Nobody in this tournament.
maybe not. He may be wrong.
Well,
Nobody is a true undefeated.
Yeah,
modified
nobody
wins.
had fans the whole
Gentlemen,
time.
here's your sheet.
So,
I'll find a pen.
8 rounds, like I said, it's very hard to be that consistent over 8 rounds.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
not completely surprising, but yeah, that was an awesome game.
Yeah, it
That was
was.
an awesome day. 8
Oh,
games of
yeah.
X-Wing, 13 hours I settled on.
Yep.
That's a lot of time, a lot of dice rolled,
Yep.
and a lot of ships destroyed.
Yeah, I mean, if you love X-Wing, today was your day. Tomorrow morning, we'll have some more X-Wing coming your way.
Yeah, don't miss the finals. I mean,
yeah.
4 games, top 16. We're going to see the best of the best.
Yep.
1 cast at each time, and then obviously the final round, which you don't want to miss because,
Yeah.
hey, is Paul Heaver going to win again? Is it going to be a completely new list archetype? Who knows?
Yeah, definitely tune in tomorrow for a lot more X-Wing. I mean, I don't know what else to say about the games today. They were fantastic.
It was great.
We saw a bunch of different things. You know, triple K-Wing I thought was really exciting.
Yep.
We're going to see Blair fly, twice. Did great both times.
Really unique Rebel Swarm, the grab bag, as somebody referred to it. I
Yep.
like
I
that.
think it's a great, yeah.
I'm glad you guys all seem to enjoy the stream. I'm hoping it was educational. I'm hoping it was entertaining.
Yeah.
And tomorrow we'll have Alex Davey and Chris Beck back on in the morning. I'll be judging, and Mark will be working.
I will. All meetings. So yeah, thanks again for tuning in.
The top 16, I'm sure, will be posted by someone on the forums within 5 minutes of it actually being determined.
Yeah.
I don't know where officially it's going to go or not, guys. So just keep an eye on Twitter, keep an eye on Facebook.
Twitter. I've been told to check
all
Twitter.
that kind of stuff.
We got a lot of updates there, so keep checking that out. We'll have stuff there. Again, a reminder, tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock, we'll hopefully start our first match right around 10, maybe a little bit later than that once we get things ready and going.
We've also got Armada going tomorrow.
Right.
So we'll have a lot of good Star Wars goodness for you guys. If you guys haven't seen Armada, try and tune in and watch a little bit of that. See how it works. Similar to X-Wing in some ways, different in others.
Yep.
Also has beautiful pre-painted miniatures.
Yeah.
We're going to see a lot of these same faces that we saw on the stream tonight tomorrow.
Yep. If you have any questions, let us know. We'll keep having access to chat tomorrow as well. So
absolutely,
if you tune in tomorrow, make sure you let us know if you have any questions about what's going on, how to play, some of the strategy behind it. We've got 2 players tomorrow in the booth that'll be also very knowledgeable.
Yes.
Much like Matt and not like me. So that'll be great. I've had a blast. I always love watching X-Wing. It's one of my favorite games to watch. The level of, I'm always awed by the level of skill that these players have when they come.
For sure.
So, again,
especially to see it exhibited over this amount of time.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yep.
Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys all have a great night or morning wherever you are.
Yeah, and we hope to see you tomorrow. Thanks.